All right. Another episode of Pounded Live, guys. Who's excited for today? I know I am. So we're going to go over real brief the NHL. We got a lot to talk about in the NBA. We got 3 Major League Baseball games. We got, four. Yeah, 3 games, 3 Major League Baseball games. Players to watch. We're going to go over 2 free plays. So definitely stay tuned. We're going to have a great show today. All right. Start off with the NHL. Real brief. You got the Canadians tonight with Las Vegas. Honestly, I mean, who in their right mind will put their money on the Canadians? Seriously. I mean, that is an honest question. You're basically just burning your money if you put money on the Canadians. It's Vegas, but there's no value in that game. So I was trying to look at some exotics for you guys and try to see there. Not even the exotics is exciting. Golden Knights is minus 1,050 to win the series. That's how boring and there's no value in this series is. That's it. So in my opinion, skip. Done with the NHL. On to the NBA. So NBA, we got some great info. We got some great news. Well, I don't want to say great. Horrible news. Horrible. Kawhi Leonard is out for the rest of the playoffs. He injured his knee. I heard he had season-ending surgery in his knee today. That's horrible. I actually felt bad for that guy. I really feel bad for him. He was having so good. He put that team on his shoulders. They won the last series, mostly because of him. They just beat the Jazz in LA 2 games in a row. And now he gets hurt. That's a tough break. This series went from a nail biter to, I mean, it's the Jazz's series to lose. If they lose the series, it's going to be a huge, huge disappointment for them and everybody. I don't think the Clippers can even hang. I don't even think they're going to win another game now without Kawhi. This Jazz team is electric, way too good. So you got. So I looked at some exotics in the series-wise. They're tied at 2. To win the Jazz to win 4 games to 2 is plus 110 for the series. That's some good value. That's very good value. And then if you push it to game 7, it's plus 140. I don't see the Clippers winning another game, even when it goes back to LA. So there's a lot of value right there if you're willing to take it. Clippers to win 4 games to 2 plus 550. Clippers to win in game 7 plus 350. Even the odds makers don't even want it. I'm surprised the Jazz are plus 110. I'm surprised it's not minus 110. So if you're looking for some value right there, Jazz in 6. If you just say game 6, doesn't matter who wins, it's minus 140. You might as well throw the Jazz in there because, I mean, I'll take my chances with the Jazz beating the Clippers. I'm not, there's a lot of value missed there if you do take the minus 140. But if you take the Jazz to win tonight and the series, minus 250. To me, that's just stupid. You might as well just take the Jazz 4 games to 2 plus 110. There's a lot of value there, guys. Even the Hawks tonight. Sixers minus 7. What? So let's go to that game. Hawks on the road. Sixers minus 7. Series tied at 2. Does anyone give the Hawks a shot of winning this game in Philly? I don't. I don't at all. I think the Sixers have shown they're the real team. They might have collapsed in the second half in Atlanta. But Atlanta's a very good home team, just like the Sixers are a very good home team. Even the game they lost to Washington in Philly when Embiid got hurt, they still came back from down 16 and had a chance to win it without Embiid. And they played horrible that game. So Sixers all day in this game. Now I don't know about the minus 7. I mean, I would lean the minus 7, but I'm not going to give an official play on this. My lean is -7 for sure. -7. But series-wise, this is an interesting one. If you take the Sixers 4-2, that means they win tonight and then they win game 6 in Atlanta. It's -115. But if you move the Sixers to win tonight, lose in Atlanta, and then come back in Philly and win, +160. That is a ton of value. You might want to sprinkle some on there. If you're big on the Sixers and you really feel like the Sixers are going to win this game or this series, there's your value right there. +160. And I would not be surprised if this does move to game 7. Just like I said last game, in game 4, it would not surprise me if the Hawks came out and beat the Sixers. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was on the Sixers. At halftime, I thought it was all over. I did not think the Hawks were going to had a breath left in them. They surprised me. But if they can control their home turf, and you got the Sixers winning the series in Game 7, +160, some great value. But if I had to pick, I think Sixers are just going to win tonight and the next game. That's my opinion, though. -115, which is still a decent price, but I don't think it's worth the risk of the series. So if you're one of those people that like to sprinkle here, sprinkle there, put in Sixers game 7. There you go. But my lean today, I'm going to be giving out 2 plays on this to my clients. I got 2 premium plays on this game that I'm not even going to bring it up. But my leans are Sixers -7. That's my lean for you guys. So if you're looking, it's like, should I go Sixers -7? My opinion is probably Sixers -7. I think that is. I mean, I know earlier my book was -6. So depending on your book, if you can get -6, that's even better. But I think the Sixers win by double digits tonight, no doubt. I don't think the Hawks can hang with them on the road. So we'll go to our next game. Clippers and Jazz. If you guys have any comments, opinions, tell me. I'm all for it. But Clippers +7, Jazz -7. I also have 2 premium plays I'm going to be sending out to the clients as well on this game. So 4 NBA plays besides the ones I sent this morning. I love the NBA playoffs. Love it. I also love the NHL playoffs. But unfortunately, this Vegas series is just not fun to bet on. It's not fun to bet on when you got to throw tons of money just to win $100. It's not worth it. What is their money like? -350 or something like that to win $100? Yeah, no thank you. It's not worth it. Even though Vegas is going to win, but it's just there's always that risk. It's not smart betting right there. Italy. They going to score? All right. Clippers +7, Jazz -7. I have another lean. I think the Jazz win this. They really do. I think this is just 2 easy ones. Philly and Jazz, I think they both just easy winners. Now, I don't know if they're going to cover the -7 because the Clippers, they're going to go out there with some fight. They're not just going to automatically just collapse just because Kawhi's out. They need to bring it. They need to show some fight tonight. But it's going to be hard to do that in this home court for Utah. So I like the Jazz -7, another lean. And there's your NBA. Sixers -7 and Jazz -7. Don't overthink it. All right. So let's go to Major League Baseball. Now, this game is exciting to me. I know I said it a couple days ago. This is a garbage game, and it is. On paper, it's a garbage game. Absolute garbage. Orioles +148 on the road in Cleveland. Indians moneyline -158. There's not even a lot of value on the Indians. You're going to give me a -158 on the Indians? That's ridiculous. That's horrible. Indians are not that good of a team to automatically just put money on like that. You got to give me a lot of value for me personally take the Indians. I have not been a fan of the Indians all year. But this year, the Orioles right now are 11-23 on the road. Indians are 18-13 at home. So you got Aiken on the mound for the Orioles. He's pitched 24 innings. He's 0-1 with a 4.13 ERA. He's a lefty. He averages around 3 to 4 innings pitched each start. But on the road, he's picked. Ooh, Italy almost scored. On the road, he's given up 6 earned runs in 12 innings pitched. So he's pitched really bad on the road. So we've found his weakness, and that's the road. Aaron Savali, what an animal he has been this year for this Indians team. You got Zach Plesac hurt. You got Bieber hurt. Plesac has stepped up and been an ace for this team while those two guys are out. He has pitched 88 innings already. 88. And it's the first, second week of June, whatever it is. That's insane. 88. He's 9-2. Now, mostly he's pitched all those innings because he was coming out of the bullpen. So he had a lot of relief appearances, a lot of long relief appearances. So that's how he was able to rack up those innings pitched and wins. So 2 starts ago on June 5th, he pitched 6 innings in Baltimore and gave up 4 earned runs. So before you automatically say, oh, Indians all day, hold up. Now at home, he's been really good. 4-1 with a 2.59 ERA. Very good home pitcher. And I'm just amazed how some of these pitchers, how it can go from home to road, and it's like night and day. There's no consistency from home to road. It's night and day. You're either really bad on the road and really good at home. It's just insane. But their overall record is misleading. So you got to do your research before you bet on these baseball games. And just automatically take the Indians minus 158. Because on paper, it looks sexy. But in reality, it's not. There's no value in that. 158 is horrible. Indians are also 6-1 in their last 7 at home. Now, everything favors the Indians taking the money line. Everything favors the Indians. I'm not going to sway you against the Indians. The only thing I'm going to say is there's not enough value for me to bet that game. So if you're interested in parlays, it might be a game you could put it in. But I'm going to give you a nice trend to go with, and I'll let you determine what you want to do on this. So the last 10 games over-under for the Orioles, it's went over 6 times, 3 unders, 1 push. For the Indians, it went over the total 7 times, 3 unders, okay? So you got 2 teams that have went over the total big time, 60% of the time and 70% of the time in the last 10 games. The umpire behind the plate. Now I'm going to blow your mind on this one. The umpire behind the plate is 2-10 on the over-under. That's right, 2-10. Okay? 2 overs, 10 unders. So you got 2 teams that are going over 60 and 70% of the time. And then you got an umpire who's controlling balls and strikes behind home plate that likes low score games. Okay? 2. But here's another one for you. His last 2 times behind home plate, the game went over by 1 run. Once in the 8th inning and once in the 9th inning. So if you're into over-unders, boom, there you go. I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to let you think about how you want to bet that game. Do I think it's going to go over or under? It's 7.5. I hate 7.5, especially in the American League. Take the under. I'll take the under. I don't like it. It's an ugly pick, but that's why I like it. Under 7.5. So my lean is Indians and this under 7.5. It's going to be a 4-3 ball game or 4-2 ball game. Indians win. Next game on tap, we got the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yeah, Garrett Cole versus Ross Stripling. So Garrett Cole on the mound and he's only a minus 156. I am surprised it's still minus 156. I am shocked that nobody is going crazy and pounding the Yankees right now. You got Garrett Cole on the mound. That's usually a minus 220, minus 250, or something crazy like that. You got a minus 156. Why? Why is the Yankees minus 156? Why? Because the Yankees have been garbage this year. Garbage. Most frustrating team to bet on this year. Absolute frustrating. They're not injured no more. They're back to healthy, but they still can't score. Yesterday they came back. I had the Blue Jays yesterday versus Ryu. They were down 5-1, I think it was, and they came back and won 6-5. But the Blue Jays had their opportunities to keep that game and win that game in the eighth. They had the bases loaded, 2 outs, full count with Zach Britton on the mound for the Yankees, and Bo Bichette struck out. Pretty sure he struck out. But I was like, come on, man, really? But the guy that blew that game, more importantly, it's not the first time he has blown a game for me. I actually pounded the Blue Jays one time this year. One time. And I had the lead. It was like 1-0 or 2-0 in the 7th inning. It was versus the Phillies about a month ago. And they were at home. Tim Mayza comes in the game. Walks, hit, double. And next thing you know, I'm down 5-1. The same thing in this game. He comes in, and next thing you know, the Yankees just could see the baseball turns into a beach ball for them. They're hitting the ball like it's crazy. Tim Mayza, if you see this guy come in the game and you got the Blue Jays, you better start live betting the Yankee or the opposite team because this guy is absolute trash. This guy does not deserve to even be in the major league roster. He's horrible. ERA over 5, and he's a dumpster fire. Plain and simple, he's a dumpster fire. I don't say that about a lot of guys, but this guy is a dumpster fire. He's a jinx. He comes in and he just blows games. That's what he does for a living. He gets paid millions of dollars to blow games. He's the guy I can't stand the most. Don't get me started on this guy. So Ross Stripling is 0-3 with a 5.4 ERA versus the Yankees. And he had one career start versus them, and that was on April 3rd versus the Yankees. And he gave up 4 runs. So Ross Stripling has a history of struggling versus the Yankees. And you got Garrett Cole he's facing against. But outside of the Yankees, he's pitched really well. Very well. He comes from the Dodgers organization. And the only reason the Dodgers moved him was because they had no room for him. So, all right, Italy scores. There we go. I got a ton of money on Italy right now. Go over that later. So, Garrett Cole on the mound. I'll give away my free play in a little bit at the end of the show. But this is going to be one of them. I got some good stuff on this one. I love this game. I'll be playing this game for sure. So, next game. This is the game I gave a free play out 2 days ago, and it was plus 124. Yeah, that's awesome. Great goal. Mariners plus 124 2 days ago. They won easily. Yesterday was J-Hap Day with the Twins. One of my clients texted me right before the game. Twins or Mariners? Easy. Luckily, I had my phone in my hand. I was able to text real quick. Mariners. Next thing you know, the Mariners are up 10-0 with a blink of an eye. Here's another game that I'm going to give a free play out for. So let me break it down a little bit for. So Twins have their Ober Bailey pitching. His 4th career start. His first 2 starts, he's won 4 innings. He doesn't go in deep in games. His last start, he actually went 5 innings. Congratulations. He went 5 innings. So you're supposed to do 5 innings. Opposing for him is the Mariners, Justice Sheffield. Now, when you look at this guy's stats, it's horrible. Very misleading, though. So let me break it down for you. On the road, he is 1. Oh, what the hell? They took the goal away. Okay. So on the road, Sheffield is 1-4 with a 6.16 ERA. That's where his ERA is inflated, okay? Because now I'm going to give you his statistics for home. He's 4-1 with a 3.58 ERA, and he's keeping his team in, and he's going 5-6 innings. He's pitched really well. He's a whole nother person at home. Just like I said a few minutes ago. It's amazing how some of these pitchers are opposites, night and day, from home and road. And this guy's a whole nother pitcher at home. And he's a dog. The Mariners, this is the third straight game that they're dogs. And the Twins, they're like 17 games below 500 on the road? They only have 11 wins on the road. They're like 11-27 or something like that. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but it's horrible. And the Mariners, no respect for these guys. They're only one game below 500. One game. Take the plus 123. Yes, what's one of the free plays. Mariners plus 123. Take the sweep over the Twins. Everybody keeps betting the Twins. Why? Why do they keep betting the Twins? There's nothing that says bet the Twins. These guys are injured. Their pitching's one of the worst in the league. Still, people are betting the Twins. Go ahead, bet the Twins. It gives me value on the other side. Players to watch. First player is Clayton Kershaw. Dude's got an ERA of just over 3 now. I don't think I've ever seen Clayton Kershaw with an ERA over 3. He's pitching at home against the Phillies. Now, the Phillies are historic, horrible on the road. Horrible on the road. They have Dan Wheeler on the mound. Now, I would not be surprised if the Phillies beat them. Kershaw's been giving up 3-4 runs a game. He's a player to watch. Don't automatically bet the Dodgers today, guys. I know everybody's like, Dodgers, let me throw it in my parlay. Oh, it's the Dodgers at home. Put it in my parlay. No, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Not today. Kershaw's not the Kershaw that you wanted to do that past 3-4 years. He's not like that no more. You're gonna be sweating like crazy if you keep betting Kershaw. You're gonna lose money overall if you keep betting Kershaw. So that's a player to watch. My other player to watch is Embiid. I know a lot of people that are gonna be putting player props on Joel Embiid. He's still hurt. He's playing hurt. Do you really want to play this guy and player props? Go ahead. I don't think it's going to be a winner. But then, again, that guy surprises me every time. Just when I think he's not going to do well, he does well. So my 2 players to watch is Joel Embiid with that hurt knee. What was it, torn meniscus or something like that? And then Clayton Kershaw. Watch out for these 2 guys. Keep an eye on those 2. Before you just throw the Dodgers in a parlay and just bet the Sixers -7, keep an eye on those guys. Do your research on those 2 because it can easily be an opposite. And your free plays today is the Mariners plus 123. And on the other one, it's the Yankees. You can't go against Garrett Cole. You can't. I love the Blue Jays. I really do. But if that Meza guy comes in versus the Yankees, forget it. Forget it. Garrett Cole's going to shut him down. He's already got he's 1-0 to 2.38 already versus the Jays this season. Take my chances. I think he's going to lower that ERA under 2 versus the Jays this season. He's going to get a second win. Chapman's going to complete the save. And there you go. Yankees, Mariners. Don't bet the Twins, guys. Boycott the Twins. Fade the Twins, especially on the road. Fade them. That's our show with Pound Alive. I hope you guys make some money. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.